Okay, so my wife just tells me that this guy, apparently a extreme misogynist, anti-Semite, racist, homophobic, yeah, but basically just the world's biggest bigot. I'm assuming that's his like shtick. But I guess his name is Nick Fuentes or something like that. That his essentially hate speech recently included advocating rape. Now, I'm not verifying any of this. I'm not saying it's fact, but and that now he's been exposed and allegedly his house may be on fire. It's unconfirmed at this point, but I think that's friggin' hilarious. But at the same time, I have a bit of a weigh-in and commentary here. Having been a soldier and giving an oath and meaning it because I'm a man of my word, I will say this about it. Censorship, right? Especially people like that should never be censored because they are the epitome of what we say when we mean free speech. Because free speech in the First Amendment is not specifically, strictly for us and our opinion. Free speech literally is for people like that. The people whose opinion we hate, we despise, we think of as reprehensible and disgusting. That is the speech that is protected by the First Amendment. As long as it's not a direct threat or slander, which means to lie on someone. Now, censoring that person, for one, is absolutely wrong. Because your speech doesn't have to be liked. It doesn't have to be appreciated. It doesn't even have to be socially acceptable. But it does have to be protected. Because those are the opinions that are specifically the right is for. And on a personal note, besides all that, I find them quite entertaining because nothing says just how stupid or ignorant or arrogant or idiotic a person can be as their displays of outward ignorance, right? For example, when they called the Ku Klux Klan a terrorist organization, I was kind of bummed because they are quite entertaining in their speech out in public crap, because nothing says I bang my sister quite like a guy cutting holes in his mother's linen and yelling through 3 teeth. I mean, that problem fixes itself. Everybody looks at that guy and goes, that's not the kind of person I want to be. That guy's kind of fucking stupid. I dare say his family tree may need a few more forks. Definitely not somebody I want to emulate. But more to the point, how I really feel. Someone like that. I will die, given the oath I have taken. I'll die for your right to be a bigoted piece of shit. Or even step on an American flag, like I said. But as soon as that is over with, as soon as you're done exercising your free speech, I will probably commit a crime and beat the living shit out of you, because you shouldn't be spared the consequences of your actions. You should never, ever be censored. Not even a little. Not even for a second. Because that's a violation of your rights. However, if I choose to verbally rebuttal you and I hurt your feelings, that is protected speech as well. Me beating your ass, that's a crime. But I don't really give a fuck. And there's plenty of people out there that are still willing to commit crimes. And that's the beauty of the world, is that the law doesn't always protect everyone. And sometimes things, fall through the cracks. However, censorship is wrong. Period. Now, allegedly, I hear this guy's house is on fire. And I find that hilarious. Some of you may find the fact that I find that hilarious reprehensible. However, I'm still allowed to say that and express my opinion. If you don't like it, you can obviously say something back to me, but you will be defending a guy who pretty much has labeled himself the world's biggest bigot. So, I mean, free speech, do what you want to do, but you're not going to get me to care. But, hey, say what you want, and I will defend your right to say whatever the hell you want and look as stupid as you want till I die. If you say it to me, I might commit a crime. But that's the risk you take when you say shit, when you're free speech. You take the risk of people fucking wanting to argue with you, embarrass you, or even hurt you. That's the risk you take, because there are criminals and there are people who lose their temper and whatever. The risk you take living in this world and having freedoms is that you might suffer consequences. However, to remove your ability to speak and to remove those consequences is wrong. So, it's just my opinion. Probably doesn't matter to most of you, but yeah, there it is. And don't forget, if you're going to advocate rape and your house gets burnt down, don't call the fire department. Just don't. Just no. Everybody, wieners and hot dogs and marshmallows at this dude's house, I guess. I hope that it's true. I'm allowed to say that too. Wow. Although somebody like that, I probably would have checked the basement before I set his house on fire. That could have been, that's dicey. He was advocating rape after all.